On March 21st, the third fighting game roundtable was held. Initially, I was not gonna watch it because almost every company here has made a big announcement prior to the roundtable. So I thought that it was just discussion and repeating game announcements. It was too late for me, so I just went to bed. And woke up FGC Twitter exploding over one announcement. Because I woke up at 7 in the morning to Omega Rugal being unveiled to the world. So let's take a look at the trailer. I may pause multiple times like I did with the DLC trailer. Essentially, the gist of it is Omega Rugal is the very cheap boss character. He's going to be releasing for free, actually. I thought it was going to be like a standalone character you pay $5.99 for, while everyone else is $16 because they're sold in packs of 3. But no, they're straight up like giving him away for free. And he looks good. That's all this stuff from previous games. He has Rapuken, but no Kaiser Wave for some reason. Maybe Kaiser Wave is the one thing that makes him Omega broken, and now that they took it out, he's no longer a problem. Still has Genocide Cutter, which is broken. Reflector. A new eye laser like Kazuya. This move is brand new. And RIP bitrate for that one attack. It's gonna look better on when you actually play the game. But yeah, this bitrate is dead. The full screen corner carry. So when you're willing to dump meter, EX Reflector is gonna be your way of doing EX combo extend. As well as the EX dash move from 98, which I thought was bullshit. And it's really annoying. And now they nerfed it so that the normal version is worse. Before we get to the next bit, I'd like to talk about the stage. In King of Fighters 98 in 2002, every stage, which are not canon by the way, every stage you fought Rugal in are places where he's been resurrected, brought back from the dead to fight you, and then he goes back to being dead when defeated. So it's whether or not he's been revived through machinery or whatever the case may be. In 98, it was the battleship that was sunken in KOF 94, except now it's covered in blood everywhere. It looks really cool. In 2002, it's the Black Noah, I believe, that was shot down from the sky, and now you're fighting in the rubble. This game's take on Rugal being resurrected is interesting. In the story of King of Fighters 14, when the boss character of that game dies, verse, its pieces are shattered across the world, and each piece is a resurrected character. And all the craters where the characters crash land look exactly like this. It's basically a hole in the ground, and you can see like particles come out of it. Each of them is a dead fighter. You saw it with Orochi, you saw it with Ash Crimson in the endings, and so many characters are like that. So they made a stage where there are plenty of craters, which I think is pretty cool, and also ties into the game's overarching story with Verse and Ash Crimson and stuff like that, which is really cool. And now here it is. They're celebrating the fact that this character stole quarters from the arcades back in the day with its own like Sephiroth challenge game mode. It's amazing. Literally chef's kiss game mode. Every fighting game should have that. Every fighting game should celebrate the fact that back in the day, you're just scamming people out of their wallets. It's really good. Street Fighter V has that, but it's like you need fight money to do it. And if you ran out of fight money, guess what? You have to wait till next week to get the 250 to 500 fight money challenge and then fight people online like 25 times. It's not as good. Nowhere near as good. Here you can just hop on and get your ass beat for free, which is great. Yes, back in the day, and I like how it says the CPU from hell. Back in the day, Genocide Cutter was his uppercut and it beats everything. And it's nice that the trailer demonstrates this with him doing Genocide Cutter in every single move in the game. Level 2, it loses. Level 3, loses. Genocide, 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 genocide. So Genocide Cutter is also going to be his auto combo. So we learned some of his combos, right? So if you go back a bit. So what looks like heavy kick, right? Like the first hit of heavy kick. Rapuken. Cancel Rapuken into EX Cycle Reflector. If Rapuken is that laggy, like on the meterless versions, imagine something like his EX version. I wonder what's that gonna be. Yeah, now that I mention it, they haven't shown EX Rapuken in the trailer at all. Maybe it's Kaiser Wave. Maybe they made Kaiser Wave the really BS projectile that's like full height, so you cannot jump over it, you cannot crouch it, you cannot slide under it, and the only way you can avoid it is perfectly timed dodge. But also Rugal can stop it whenever he wants, like delay the projectile entirely. Maybe that's his EX. Like maybe they didn't want to get rid of it because it's a part of his character, but at the same time they know it's BS, so they made it a metered move. But then the boss character in this mode has unlimited meters, so you can spam it as much as he wants, because it's the CPU from hell. Literally speculating how boss AI is gonna work. That's how hyped I am. So anyway, well, close heavy kick, Rapuken, EX Cycle Reflector, into normal dash, into level 2 corner carry, EX dash, regular dash, and level 1 corner carry. His combos, damage aside, health aside, because we don't know the damage at all, we don't know how much health he has, and we don't know whether or not he has unlimited meter. His combo route seems to be like on par with other characters, but he must have some like crazy busted neutral. And level 3. Genocide to spike into Kaiser Wave. This is probably the best super in the game, by the way. So yeah, that's the trailer. So one last thing I want to go over is... two things I want to go over first. SNK said in the roundtable, on April 14th, the day it comes out, the character is downloaded for free. And you get the character immediately, and you can lab him in training mode, stuff like that. Also, you get a remix of his song from King of Fighters 95. To unlock the King of Fighters 94 remix of Rugal's theme, to unlock the Verse Crater stage, and to unlock this costume that you're seeing on screen right now, the Eolith costume, you have to play this mode, and you have to beat this mode. So get ready. And one last thing is, given that they have a whole mode dedicated to like fighting bosses, are they gonna keep it at Rugal, or is it actually gonna be like level 1 Rugal and then level 2, level 3, level 4 like other bosses that they're introducing? Like maybe they're gonna bring back Orochi or Genitz or Magaki. Magaki has given people PTSD, I can say that much. So yeah, Rugal's really cool. He's really hyped. This game's DLC in the first 3 months is really good. Really good. Like already the game has a good amount of content to sink your teeth into. Not much single player, because other than story mode, it's kind of barren. Now we have this free game mode, and in the first 3 months of the game's release, there's already DLC, like really cool DLC characters. We get Team Garo, Team Southtown, and Rugal. I don't think there's gonna be something happening once a month until the game is no longer supported. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think eventually they're gonna slow down how much content there is in the game. But if there's content releasing at a regular pace, like a small amount of time. A month and a half, 2 months, that would be great. It's always a game I come back to, like, every time. So it's really fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day!